Hey everyone, Teamudf here with some more skate park adventure on Powerwash Simulator. Last time we did the Sonic the Hedgehog review. We're pretty much going right after this now, so I gotta remember to look at the camera. Hi everybody. Alright, that's enough of that. Alright. Well, alright Epi, what soap thing am I getting? You said, okay, what's this? Dark 4's not here. What's this menu I need to use? Oh no, what just happened? Okay. What's the special menu I'm supposed to use so I don't mistakenly buy something that's not for my thing? Okay, the Urban 2, because I have not been paying attention to any of this. This guy here, the 375. Okay. We won the game, everybody. That was it. Now, okay. I'm guessing it's already on there. Or maybe I have to buy the liquid first before I have to see it. Okay. Alright, so which soap? What is this made out of? This is... I guess this would be concrete or something, huh? Okay, I could just do... Yeah, there was a multi-purpose, wasn't there? Okay. Alright. Ah, there it is. Ta-da! Alright, I'm guessing... Ah, there we go. Okay. That makes sense, okay. Oh, wow. That just destroys it. Okay, so do I just drench it and then... Or do I have to, like, spray it with the thing? Like, am I supposed to do... What am I supposed to do with it? Game mechanics versus expectations are a thing. Good, TS remembers the S. Because it looks like I gotta swap the... Yeah, like already dries out, okay. Alright, whatever. Fair enough. Well, at the very least we can kinda, you know, I'm kinda curious if I can just hold on. Yeah, I can, okay. I guess this will be slower, but I won't have to buy a bunch of freaking soap. This seems kind of annoying, swapping back and forth. Epi's saying to just spray. This depletes very quickly, though. The S stands for screens. Boo, TS, boo. Alright, so they are consumables, though. Didn't I leave? No, I've just been over here, I guess. Okay. Alright. I wonder if it's feasible. I guess it wouldn't be. I guess the backup would be to just use the thing, huh? Alright. Wait, can I just... Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Alright, so what's up, everybody? Any other Sonic-related things before we go on? Sonic the Hog Hedge. Didn't Brett say at some point Sonic was being opened around here? Pretty sure he did. Yeah, that's fair, TS. I'm not a big fan of everything needing to have a live-action adaptation, for sure. It just is, I don't know, that's troublesome to me. It almost kind of seems like it's disrespecting other forms of art, you know? Where it's like their opinion is that everything's end game is that it has to be live action. Whereas that's just not true at all, like in any sense of the word. That cannot possibly be true. Goodbye, Sonic. Yeah, I'm guessing it's not very easy to run out of money entirely in this game, but I don't know, I kind of see a world where it would at least you'd be stuck doing stuff like this if you did. I don't know. It's probably not very easy to do, but, you know. Does the story seem a bit cookie cutter? Main character has special powers the antagonist wants to exploit. If I'm completely honest, I don't know what you would do other than that would be, like, better. Because I would rather not pick the more unique idea if it's worse, right? I would rather just go with the cookie cutter setup and enjoy my, my reminiscing, I suppose. They didn't try anything too risky, I feel like. But that's part of what makes it not horrible. So I can kind of give them a pass. Like, I certainly don't have a replacement plot. So, I don't know. Are there any specific ideas you might have had in mind for that? Yeah, the twists you put on the story for sure do make the difference. Like, what's that one thing? They used to say there were like 7 plot types or whatever. Now I think the list is up to 10. I don't remember. Steph might know this more than me. They try to tell you there's, you know, when they say that, it's almost kind of demoralizing where they're like, oh wow, you know, I'm just gonna repeat one of these 7 plots, right? But yeah, it really is all about how you use the characters and what you do with that plot. If you want to tell a simple story, you can still do things with the characters. But, yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of that statement in the first place. So, yeah, I guess that's my 2 cents on that. Oh boy, I'm doing a terrible job on this staircase here. We need to do better because I've got quite a bit to go. Oh wait, does this count? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's get up here then. Replacement plot. Sonic eats chili dogs, but Robotnik steals the chili dog restaurant. Sonic gets pissed and goes to kill him. Yeah, dang. Man, you know what I randomly revisited last night, TS? I watched the AVGN's review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 80s and 90s. Which, by the way, oh, if you want a nostalgia trip, wow. Here's how much of a nice snapshot of that culture this is, chat, because I forgot about this myself. Is that if you want a snapshot of that era, you probably don't need to go much further. In the middle of the show, the internet is invented. And so in the middle of the show, characters just start using the internet when they previously could not. It's like wild to think about that. The internet did not exist at the start of the show, and in the middle of the show, they start using it. It's crazy. It's so cool, like, thinking back about that, you know? It might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but it's like, if you're really looking for that 80s, 90s snapshot, I do think the TMNT cartoon is, like, one of the ways to do that. It's such an interesting thing to me that happened. And I didn't even remember until the review, because I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Ah, there we go. Got it. You grew up on it? Yeah, that's fair. I also watched the TMNT 3 review, TS. That's actually how it got to me, because it was in the recommended, I believe, when I was done with that. Yeah. We were both heading in the same direction there, it looks like. I just took it to the extreme. To the extreme. There. No guarantees I won't ever do that again. How do you set up a Stardust Scepter secret? Alright, you're going to have two combos, Rainstorm. You're going to have the original combo and then the changed combo next to it. On the original combo, just put flag 99 and you're done. Yo, speaking of, so, you know what I never noticed as a kid? But, like, the last time I checked out the games, I don't know, it just dawned on me. The Power Stone heist for TMNT and Turtles in Time are essentially the same game, just with some stages shuffled or removed or whatever. It's like, huh. I don't know. It's like every setting is exactly the same. The storyline is almost set up in the exact same way. The cutscene, the way that it's done, with April O'Neil at the start and Shredder doing something. I don't know. It's just like they're almost the same game, but one was on Genesis and one was on the Nintendo, and I perceive that the arcade does something similar, but I don't know. So it's like they had this premise, but they just kind of turned it on its head for the different games or whatever. At least the newer ones of that era. But yeah. And it's not like it's a big deal. You know, I certainly played both games as a kid and I never noticed. I never complained, wow, these are just the same stages. So they might as well have gotten away with it, right? But I don't know, it was really interesting to just notice that. It's not a big giant discovery, I'm sure. I'm just saying, huh, you know, wow. Never noticed that as a kid. I guess that's just a testament to how good the games were. You know, you were just lost in this group of freaking turtles that you just adored and wanted to do action-y things with. Go figure. Oh, this floor. We got another floor thing here, Chad. More antics with the floor. Yo, what arcade games did you Gen Xers and my earlier millennials here? What arcade games did you guys play? I very briefly got to play like The Simpsons and stuff, and I'm sure like Gen Z, you can speak up too if you did any of this, but I just was not seeing as many arcades, so I'm not sure if you have. You know what? That'll actually be fun. What Gen Zers in chat right now have played arcades? I'm kind of interested in this. Let's show a common ground here. So I really only got to play the Simpsons game, and I never got to play it with very many people. It was usually just me or like maybe my brother or something would hop in. He was very young though, so we didn't really stand a chance, but you know. Yo, what's up, Rapid Deathwing? You played anything from Pac-Man to Beat Saber in an arcade. Yo, sick. Because, like, the more I think about it, the more I have seen, like, more recent arcade games, right? Especially dependent on where you go. I'm just not in a very active area for that kind of thing. So I have to be fair here and be like, but there's a very good chance that Gen Z could have still played a lot of these arcades. Or possibly some new ones. Like, even dual terminals in Yu-Gi-Oh! Were almost kind of an arcade thing, right? So, I don't know why I even bothered starting with the Gen X thing. It's like everybody can, you know, there's still freaking arcades. Beat Saber, though, wow. Dance Dance Revolution, nice. In the Grove, I don't know that one, and Pump It Up, ooh, okay. Yo, what's up, Leskin? Let's see, you never went to a dedicated arcade? Been to, oh, Main Event and Dave & Buster's. I've actually never been to Dave & Buster's. I used to see those commercials when I was becoming a young adult, and I was kind of like, it honestly seems like a good idea. Because I guess the way we've been lucky is in one regard, video games are not really a kid thing anymore, you know? Which is, whew, I don't have to worry about that. It's really interesting. Because never when I was a kid would I have imagined such an advertisement. I would have never imagined this being a thing as a kid. That they're like trying to show a bunch of young adults in their 20s and 30s going to this big giant freaking place and playing a bunch of games and stuff. And you know, I'm sure there are better examples than Dave & Buster's, but still, you know, that was like my first indication when I was getting older that I'm like, wow, you know, like games are luckily still going to be cool now. You know, this isn't going to be a thing that you're an adult, you need to stop playing games, because it felt like our parents went through a lot of that in their age. They grew up and people told them you have to stop having fun, and that was my perception of a lot of adult activities is you're not allowed to have fun, you have to go to work. And then people go to the bar. And that's not a very pleasant, I don't know, that doesn't seem like a very pleasant lifestyle to me. That your idea of fun would just be, I'm gonna go to the bar after work. Like, that doesn't work for me, so, I don't know. Full-on VR arcades. Yo, that's sick. That actually sounds kind of cool. Nice. 2 arcade cabinets. Wow. You fixed to not take coins in your house. When you were a kid, you had Superman and Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters. Man. That's cool. You do D&D weekly? Oh, nice. We have a couple people in here who do D&D. I never personally got into it, but I think that's just because I never had the right outlet for it. I ended up with a lot of card games and stuff. But D&D always does seem like an interesting thing to do. You know, how can you rag on, like, it's pretty much the same thing I do, right? I build worlds, but D&D just does it differently than me. That stuff's always neat. Let's see. You sat down and watched TV. Cartoons for the night when the non-cartoons on. You're supposed to watch like this stuff when you're older. That's pretty funny. I had a soft spot for some of the classics like Bewitched and I Love Lucy, The Odd Couple, Archie Bunker, The Jeffersons. Man, there are so many. Oh, so many of the old Nick at Night lineup. Happy Days. I got into so much of that stuff as a kid that I didn't think I would, but it was just like I legitimately enjoyed those shows. Yeah. That's pretty interesting, though, that you looked at it that way. As like a necessity thing, yeah. Because kids are not really persuaded, but that's how we think, right? You know, we think in terms of ages. And so when we see what adults are doing and what they like, you like perceive that as though I have to do this or I have to think this when I grow up. And when you finally do get older, you realize, well, really I don't. You know, really I can do whatever the flit I want. But that is really interesting. I can dig it. Oh, what's that, Tara? What show would you watch? Oh, well, okay, I guess that's done. This floor we have, like, not touched. We are in trouble. There's no floor. Ghost hunters? Wow. I used to call that ghost yellers. When my parents would watch that. Because every time I'd go downstairs, some freaking old guy would be yelling at a ghost trying to get it to answer. So I would call it ghost yellers. What are those guys still yelling at those poor ghosts for? Leave them be. They'll answer you if they want. That's fair, though. Maybe the ghosts are hard of hearing. Hey, that could be. Gotta make sure you speak up, dude. That could be. Oh man, what other things? That's a lot of junk. Well, this is a lot of water. We got it. Past your bedtime sick. Nice. I remember there's an episode of Happy Days that ends on a cliffhanger where Fonzie goes into some building and it blows up or whatever. And it was like 2 a.m. when I saw this episode. And they put the to be continued on the screen, and my father happened to catch on to my crap that I was up way too late at that time. It was like, go to freaking bed or whatever, and it's like, and I'm sitting there as a kid like, but Fonzie might be dead. I have to see what happens next. And he took the most no BS approach to this, where he's like, come on, Fonzie's in the main character. They can't kill him off. He's gonna be fine. Like, just go to bed. And it was like, he just took all the magic completely out of it. Where it's like, he basically did the thing I did earlier with the Little Mermaid, right? Where it's like, there's no way that this girl could possibly be dead. There's just no magic at all, dude. It's just like, okay, well, whatever. Yeah. I got like one whole show, by the way, everybody. So like another time that he ruined the magic was wrestling. I saw exactly one show of professional wrestling, and I was so because Sabata told me to watch it one day or something, and I think that was the episode that Hogan got choked out by Brock Lesnar. I'm pretty sure that's my first show. That's the story that I always tell, and I was so amazed by what I had seen. And I was like, so I immediately went around and started telling people about it. But then, you know, I go tell my father what I just watched, and he's like, oh, that stuff's all fake and scripted and everything like that. So I got 1 whole week to believe in professional wrestling before it was just ruined for me. And then I never saw it the same again. So for that one show, I thought I was watching a bunch of people legitimately competing for championships and things like that. And it's great work what they do. You have to be very acrobatic and athletic. You have to, you know, you have to withstand a lot of punishment. You have to bump and everything. But it's like, I was just a kid, dude. You know, I wanted to watch something entertaining on TV, and he just comes right in and is like, that crap is fake. And I'm like, oh, okay. Ripperino. I still kept watching after that, but, you know, it was immediate that the magic was dead. So, I didn't get that pure wrestling kid experience ever. Ugh, dry lips, man. This annoys the heck out of me. Yo, does anybody remember how old they were when they figured out there was no, like, Santa or Easter Bunny or things like that? Spoilers! Spoilers, by the way. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I was allowed to have that magic. Oh, yeah, for sure, Mac Booyah. Yeah, to clarify for anybody on YouTube who might freak out in the future, you know, there's a difference between scripted and fake. I understand that. So I'm not saying that they're doing nothing. That's why I wanted to clarify earlier that they have to be at the top of their game to do that freaking stuff. No ordinary schmo is going to go in and start jumping off ladders and doing freaking 630 corkscrew moonsaults in the air and things like that. You're not. That's it. Alright, let's see. There's no Santa yet. You were in 8th grade. Interesting. Wow, you made it pretty darn far then. That's pretty far. That might be the furthest I've heard anyone make it with, like, a Santa belief. That's crazy. That must have been kind of fun, though. You know, because then you got to experience it for longer, but... Okay. Assuming you weren't getting coal, Epi. Were you a bad kid? No. You kept asking for a wishing box for Christmas and your parents finally decided to spill the beans? Oh, dang. Alright. You swear you thought you saw him on the couch late night and ran back to bed immediately. Oh, okay. And so you believed it after that. Interesting, okay. Did you ever find out what you did see? Like, did you ever discover what it was that you saw? Probably a demon. Get out of here, reading story. Just something in the dark? Okay. Fair enough. It's interesting what the human mind will do, let alone a kid's mind, so, you know. That's fair. You went to 2 malls in the same day and saw 2 different Santas. Is that how it got ruined? Oh, man. Oh, no. Macabooyah, dang. The ruse. That's pretty rough. Let's see, you were asking for the impossible... yes, Santa's the fire and brimstone guy. You had a dream that felt real where you met the Easter Bunny. Nice. I don't think I had any, like, urban legend things in one of my dreams. You know, despite that I dream about the most ridiculous stuff. Maybe someday we should just do a chat about my dreams. I do keep the dream log. The dream log is 10 years old at this point, and so it's almost 300,000 words, so I'm sure I could find some wacky ones to describe to you guys. But, yeah. Because I have to look for patterns in dreams, dude. I'm one of those people who needs to know. What are these things doing? Ah, this is a horrible start to this sequence. Okay. I might have to do this a different way. Let's see here. What's the deal with Easter Bunny and eggs anyway? I don't know very much lore myself. I was not forced to do any other type of activity as a kid except do the whole gifting thing, so very sheltered. Not gonna lie, I was super sheltered. Oh, the Rainbow's gonna nap. Oh, have a good nap, Rainbow. Have a good lurk and a nap. That dream before you woke up today where you were a kid again in your room. Went into the living room and saw outside a police car in the yard. Alright, got closer, started pulling out of the driveway. And you were able to see there's a cousin of yours and a brother. Okay. They were being hauled off for stealing all the Easter eggs. I don't know. Good. Well, bad, but you know what I mean. Oh. Hold on. I guess I should finally get rid of this graffiti, huh? Okay. Love the clicking sound, dude. So good. Is that a firework? What was that? I guess some of it. Okay. There is some lore worming its way through the chat currently. I'm just not reading it all because I'm lazy. But the lore is there. I am reading and absorbing. My childhood life was like, you go to school, do your work, come home, and then I played whatever game I was binging at the time. I was sometimes, occasionally, would hang out with people that either I hated or it turned out they hated me, so, yeah. Not much variety in my childhood. Watch a show here and there. When I got old enough for Pokemon TCG, I started doing that. Ended up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At the same shop years ago. Years later, going backwards. Oh, we're talking even before them. Even before them, Rainstorm. This is ancient Teamudf. This is Babby UDF. Babby. Yeah, Sabata and I actually didn't hang out that much outside of school. I didn't go anywhere, and he probably wasn't allowed to go anywhere, so... Yeah, we actually never did too much outside of school before cards. Took us until, like, I want to say 6th or 7th grade before we started having extensive things that we were doing together. It did take quite a while. Yeah, all the way until I want to say, like, I don't know, 7th or 8th grade, I definitely had the wrong choice in friends. That was just... there were very poor choices for friendships that you can make around here. Not good quality at all. Anything I had with Jay and the other UDF members at our card store was, like, infinitely better than the stuff I had with kids at school. The only exception to that ended up being the Churbacks and Granger and stuff. When we got a little bit older, though, this was already like ninth grade and so on. Like, Jesse and I had been friends for a long time. I had the whole crew, the whole Battlezone crew I was hanging out with and stuff. But, man, before that, it was just nothing, dude. So a lot of kids who all had different ideas of what they considered fun. Almost all those guys I played with in the earlier grades grew up and they decided that they liked drugs more than video games. And you know what? Alright. It's not my lifestyle, so I played the video games. I know these days there are a lot of people who were like, ¿Por qué no los dos? But, you know. Back then, they made it a choice. And I made my choice. Drugs. God dang it, Racer. There's a firehouse level, and it looks like it's going to take forever. Dang. All right. You know, one thing I can say about this game is it did figure out how to add more. There's plenty of gameplay. Look, by the way, chat. Here's a game where the thing that you do is completely repetitive, but it's super rewarding. You know? So when people say repetition is immediately a bad thing in video games, here's a great counterexample. Powerwash Simulator. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of games that have bad repetition, but repetition itself doesn't have to be bad. They hit you with the universal quantifier, hit them with the counterexample. That's how you do it. Use that power, chat. This might be the end of the upper floor. Sweet. Let's go. Alright, what if video games are the drugs? Well, I feel like that's what the media and certain organizations have been hoping to prove. Video games are violent and bad and poopy. Video games make people... What the heck? Video games make people think. We can't have that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a certain meme. There's a picture of a kid, or there's a comic set of a kid, rather. And he's going through school, and his teacher's telling him how terrible he is, and he breaks a toy, so his parents tell him how terrible he is, and, you know, a bunch of other people telling him how bad he is, and then he's sitting in the dark in his living room or something, and he's on, like, the end screen for The Legend of Zelda, and it says, "You are great," or whatever, and he tears up and has a smile on his face. And it's like, I often, or not often, but I sometimes ponder, you know, for how many people did that type of existence actually happen? Where, like, just a bunch of negative reinforcement and everything like that throughout their life, for whatever reason or another. Maybe it was their fault, maybe it wasn't. But a bunch of negative reinforcement, and the thing that was the positive reinforcement was the video game. You know? The video game rewards you for doing stuff. It sends you on journeys. It makes you think about life. It makes you think about what's right and what's wrong. I don't know. For some people, maybe it really was that way. Maybe the game was the thing, being the positive reinforcement in their life. And so maybe if other things were more positive reinforcement in other people's lives, you know, maybe we wouldn't have to have this argument as to whether people are obsessed with video games or not. Maybe if other aspects of life were better, as they should be, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be making this argument. But you know what? Here we are. History has shown us a certain path. And we have to see what the consequences are. A video game is what introduced you to Glamour Buddy, yeah. There you go. That's right. That's how it goes. Yeah, Rainstorm, could you imagine if we didn't have video games right now? And we had to, like, we had to find the other distraction from all those types of woes and everything. And this is like, this is a complete skewed perspective because we have video games. We're looking through the lens of the culture that has video games. But I ponder every once in a while, you know, how many distractions would actually be out there? How many distractions would be left if we had to deal with all this crap in real life? Everybody battling corporations, and some people don't like the government, some people don't like one side, some people don't like the other side, some people don't like both sides. If we remove social media, video games, all those other types of distractions that, you know, we can get away from all that stuff, what happens then? I'm kind of curious about this. Is this a border to a worse timeline, actually? We don't have to go too deep with this discussion, but every once in a while I ponder this. It's like, really, what's the thing stopping more riots, I guess is what I'm saying here. What's the thing stopping it from being worse? It could be games, who knows? It could be the distractions, who knows? We'll take it out like this. It's not too much. A lot of parents that look down on video games and then go sit down in front of the TV, yeah. Yeah. I never had those types of parents, but I met some, and I still know some. They'll go berate their kid for wasting too much time on games, and then they go hang out on Facebook with their echo chamber and refuse to look at other perspectives of whatever they're doing. It doesn't matter what side they're on. They get stuck in an echo chamber. Don't even want to acknowledge the other side. See it all the time. Hear about it all the time. I don't know. It is a shame. It's like, you know, if you don't want to agree with someone, that's fine. You know, debates are not supposed to be about agreeing. Debates are supposed to be about understanding. You should understand that there's an opposite point of view to yours. Nobody's saying you have to agree. And I don't understand why we're still at a point in society where we don't have that level of understanding in 2021. It is weird to me. It's very strange. The other side can exist. It doesn't matter what it is. The other side can exist with you. We have space. But people are not believing this. And it just ends up being a mess. Stop it. Stop making messes. Now, okay. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Okay. It's like, what is that? It's actually one of the first things I tell pretty much all my classes. I tell them, this is about respect. Alright? if someone wants to raise their hand and ask a question, or if someone raises a hand and has a very particular point of view, even in a mathematics or statistics class, you need to respect the fact that that person has a different outlook from you, maybe. I do not care if you agree with the person. You let them speak. You can disagree with them all you want, but you have to let them speak. That's respect. Alright. Luckily, teaching college, this isn't usually an issue. Only really teaching at, like, super ghetto schools have I had this problem. But it's fun, you know, I want to hear so many different stories and so many different point of views. I would be bored if I sat in my own world and listened to nobody. That would drive me crazy. There are certain things I'm strict on. You can tell which ones they are. Just look for the things that I bash myself on the most. Those are the things that I'm strict on. But it's like I want to hear all those different stories and things, right? I need to know. That's part of why I'm still here. I need to know those stories. Except this gunk. This gunk must go. No, okay. All right. We're almost at the 60. I'm going at this for a while. This might make another episode. What time is it? I don't know where my phone is. It's somewhere back there. I don't know. Let me go grab my phone really quick. Reach for the phone. Alright, reach for the kappa has been complete. It's almost 10. Okay, fair enough. Why does Dropbox lag everything when I get notifications? I don't understand. Boo hiss. Dancing Donuts is back. The donut. I actually killed him earlier tonight. Killed him while we were eating the spaghetti. Maybe I could add Slay the Spire to the chill games list when I'm just doing my meme runs or whatever and we're doing random discussion. I know I've been playing it for a long time on this channel, but I don't know. The way I play it, it's very low stress. Well, I suppose we could try it. I still gotta find other games for the chill game corner. Because eventually there will be nothing else to power wash. And when that day comes, we will need more drugs. I mean games. Monster Train's not horrible. I kind of felt like I had the same run in every run in Monster Train after so long, but I don't know. Maybe I could look at it again later. The Spaghetti. Yes, that's right, Ashling. Flower and Journey. I don't know what that is. What is this Flower and Journey? They're games. Thank you, MacBooyah. That is a great description. Good. God dang it. I don't think that makes you a druggie, though, does it, Tara? Like, isn't that, that's a necessary thing, pretty much, right? I'd say you're fine there, but, you know, it's all good if you don't think so. Anyway, the Monster Train DLC with the shards and all that stuff, it looked alright, but probably not for me right now. I've got too many other things I feel like doing. Would there be... Wait. Would there be a shorter term for dungeon items? Oh, like in the subscreen or whatever? You could call it treasure. Oh, for the map that... Map's not really a treasure. I just put dungeon, honestly, like... Or key items. Put key items. Still gotta do the underside here. Oh god. Alright, let's see. There's a lot of walls of text coming. Okay. Explore the ancient mysterious world of Journey as you soar above ruins and glide across it. Glide, huh? Alright. Is there some broth of the will going on here? Oh crap, I just realized someone asked me if I was ever going to do a master mode run, and I never got back to their comment. There we go. I think it's all landscapes. Okay, so it's like a walk around and possibly do stuff game? Huh, okay. Scenery could be fun. I never ended up doing the Assassin's Creed Origin tour or whatever that thing was supposed to be that was supposed to do. Here you get like the history lesson, but don't, you know, there's no like murder or anything. So I guess that's on the possibility list. Oh, this won't work. Okay. Oregon Trail, god dang it. I feel like I'd rather do a community Oregon Trail thing where maybe we roll teams or whatever one day, but you guys have to make the decisions while I've got the thing on the screen and we see like which team can make it further or whatever. That might be kind of fun. Not for the chill game corner, but just an idea in general. Well, up here we got to do more Majora's Mask too, but we're slacking. We're slacking. It's July. Lots of Zaldo needs to be done. I still gotta play the Oracles too. Wanted to do that this summer, but I don't know. I'm not gonna rush it too much. I can pretty much do the Oracles whenever I want. It's not like a big deal. What are the planned streams for this week? I don't know. There might be some card openings this week, though, because I've got some interesting stuff from Shino that was relayed to me the other day. Some bonuses that we can look into. I guess I'll spoil it. Basically, I can essentially, with my points for the site I'm using and everything, I can get 2 free boxes, but I don't know what I want. so I haven't figured out what I want to open yet, but I have accumulated enough points to get 2 free boxes. But I gotta pick the boxes. So, I don't know. At some point, there might be boxes this week. Because we're getting the stuff. Oh, got the chat out of the way. Yo, what's up, yo man? William? Keeping to your namesake, I see. Well done. I want 2 more Dark Fours, that's right. Look, one's already showing up just now. Yo, what's up, Dark Four and yo man? How you both doing today? Alright, do I even want to know what the second Dark Four in the Discord is for? Should I bother tunneling this? What is this? What are we doing? We're doing chill game and chat. We clean things and talk about random nonsense. It's so he can spy on you. As a workaround with the audio jank with recording 4 swords. Oh wow, that's old. Dang. That is an ancient use. I didn't even remember that was there. Dang. Oops. Super bombs or a 3rd arrow upgrade. What can we do with super bombs? It's not just a glorified key. I could do a story key and make it slightly better. But, I don't know. Do you have anything in mind for either one of those? What would the 3rd arrow upgrade do, too? Man, all this is fishy. Throw it all out. No, I'm kidding. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, dang. Guess I need to contemplate whether I'm splitting the footage. I'm at 72%. I won't finish it in a timely manner, I guess. What time do I have here? I guess I gotta go for uploadability here. The other videos took very long. Alright, we'll split the footage here and do a third episode of this, and I'll just fill the time with whatever, I don't know, vehicle is next or something. So, we'll be right back, YouTube. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!